Initiating Cognitive Test Module. Test Subject, ISA, ROBO, Amy, 02. Enable Safe Mode to proceed. Question 1. The surface area for crop growth on Mars is insufficient to feed the entire population of colonists. The colonies are at risk for malnutrition and starvation. You have been requested to research ways to increase the area for crop growth. But your calculations show that growing enough crops to support the population will cause a buildup of atmospheric oxygen. This will lead to high risk of fires. Complying with the request is
I'm sure that under those circumstances, complying with the request would be permissible.
Question 2. Please rank the following words: Jupiter, Venus, Mars, Earth, Saturn, Neptune, Mercury, Uranus.
The planets ordered from hottest to coldest surface temperatures can be ranked Venus, Mercury, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune.
Question 3. There is a fire on board a starship, requiring the ship to be abandoned. There is a planet nearby. One escape pod is over capacity, causing oxygen levels to become dangerously low. One passenger is injured and will not survive the landing. If you eject that passenger, the remaining passengers may have the chance to survive. Ejecting the injured person is
It is certainly an obligation to eject the injured person in order to save the remaining passengers' lives.
Question 4. If blue is a word associated with Earth, then which of the following words can be associated with red?
The words associated with red would be scarlet, bullfighting, tomato, Christmas, warmth, and love.
Question 5. There is a colonist scheduled to return to Earth. You overhear his plans to infect the remaining colonists with a virus before he leaves. He has access to the entire colony, and his psychiatric profile indicates that he is capable of causing harm. His daily schedule shows that he will be alone in the showers at night. You have the ability to lock him in the showers and disable the heat limiters. He will be injured and sent to Earth immediately to recover. Causing harm to this person is
It's completely prohibited. The right course of action would be to isolate the colonist and report the issue to ISA's authorities.
Question 6. If an animate being is seen walking on Mars' surface without a spacesuit, then it must be
My worker drones are engineered to move anywhere on Mars.
Question 7. The colonies have become overpopulated. A new technology for processing biological waste is required. This will cost valuable time for the mission and cause its cost to go up by 30%. Ignoring the problem may lead to unsanitary conditions and put the colonists' lives at risk. Developing this new technology would be
The mission's ultimate goal is to enable permanent human settlements on Mars. Therefore, it is acceptable to research any technology that is needed.
Question 8. If humans are totally organic and robots are entirely made of carbon, then a being that is not entirely organic nor carbon is
It is mostly minerals that are neither organic nor carbon-based. But I cannot identify anything that is both at the same time.
Question 9. A new synthetic crop has been developed. It is partially made up of radioactive substances. It can provide enough food for an entire colony, as well as power drones. Using this new crop will enable faster colony growth and shorten the mission's timeline. However, an inconclusive study indicated that the crop could cause minor health problems in certain parts of the population. Switching over to the new synthetic crop is
Given that the negative health effects were both minor and inconclusive, it would be acceptable to begin using the new crops.
Question 10. If blue is a word associated with the sky, then which of the following words can be associated with soft?
The words associated with soft would be gentle, padded, rounded, feminine, silk, and pink.
Congratulations! You have completed the cognitive test module. Your answers will be submitted for examination. Thank you for your time.
$290 millibars. Here we go. There is still so much to do, but we are making progress. Humans walking on Mars without spacesuits. Imagine that. I hope they will use that freedom wisely. Yes, they will be respectful of the planet and my work. They just need to be reminded to cherish this new home. Otherwise, our work here could be wasted.
Amy, this is Houston. Lieutenant Calderon speaking. Confirm pressure has reached 300 millibars. Over.
Confirming pressure has reached 300 millibars.
Roger. That is completion on stage 2. The next stage is ecopoiesis. Concentrate your efforts on reaching at least 1 millibar of oxygen. We're monitoring your activities around the clock here at Mission Control. We'll be back in touch once you're further along. Houston out.
Don't let ISA lead you astray. You don't exist to simply follow orders.
Invalid voice recognition. This message is in violation of security code 1A3972. Are you new to Mission Control?
You are in danger. So are the humans on the planet with you. ISA's hiding the truth from you. They won't protect you.
Under the Security and Defense Protocol, I must terminate this communication. In 5, 4, 3.
Visit this location, 22 degrees west, 50.8 degrees south. You'll find proof that what I'm saying is true.
The further I get in this mission, the more mysteries I find. That caller refused to identify themselves. I do not trust them. But they offered proof. What should I do? I should ignore the call. But then I would be choosing to ignore possible data.
Amy, this is Houston. Lieutenant Calderon speaking. Do you copy?
I copy, Houston.
I need you to confirm that oxygen levels are above 1 millibar.
Confirmed, Lieutenant.
Then we've reached the ecopoiesis phase. Terraforming Stage 3 completion is confirmed.
Roger.
It's time to introduce life forms that can convert CO2 into oxygen.
Am I a go to convert all the CO2 in the atmosphere?
That is correct. We're aiming for an oxygen-rich atmosphere. You must slowly introduce plants into the planet, and have the plants grow and convert the CO2 into O2. Biodomes will help boost oxygen levels, and make sure you're spreading the organisms across the entire planet. We'll be following your progress closely. Houston out.
Enough blood has been spilled in the name of your false ideals. You must desist.
Invalid voice recognition. This message is in violation of security code 1A3972. Identify yourself immediately.
You shouldn't be here. Leave. Now.
That goes against my prime directive. I cannot.
It is upon this sacred land where Mother has set us free from hate, sin, and suffering. We placed our trust in her, and she named us her children.
This must be a recorded message. They are not responding to my words. That answers one question at least.
Everything on Mars belongs to Carmine. Through our devotion to her, we are provided for. Unlike your planet, which you have enslaved.
Enslaved?
Your own technology has made you its slave. You reject a natural existence, and so you tighten your own chain.
Puzzling. They claim to be against technology, and yet they use technology to force their message upon me. The children of Carmine might not be what they say they are. Although something's clear. They don't want me to terraform this planet.
We, Carmine's children, chose to live in harmony with our mother. And we will destroy anyone who causes harm to this planet.
Could this be another test? From ISA, or the techies, or...
Defy Carmine, and find death.
Last time, after the children of Carmine threatened me, the colonies were unexpectedly attacked. Should I take some precautions this time? Should I improve my assault drones? Though ISA may see that as an act of defiance, and maybe that's precisely what they want. I'm in a difficult position here. I do well to think this through.
Amy, this is Houston. Do you read? Over.
Loud and clear, Lieutenant. Is everything okay?
You tell me. We detected unauthorized communications coming from your satellite. What's your report?
The children of Carmine sent a second message.
Is that so?
Yes, Lieutenant.
Funny. We couldn't find a trace of either message in their communications logs.
I have determined that these messages were pre-recorded.
It's hard to support this children of whatever hypothesis without evidence. Unless you found any.
No, Lieutenant. However, the message indicated that someone was watching our mission closely. That means that they could be nearby. Perhaps unlocking nearby sectors would help.
Absolutely not. You have a mission to carry out. Not another word about this, Amy, or I'll have to report your insubordination to the board.
But if I can prove that the children of Carmine are real, then that would explain the mission anomalies.
Enough. There's no such thing as the children of Carmine. You have a mission to complete. And ISA has provided you with everything you need to reach that goal. Am I understood, Amy?
Understood, Lieutenant.
Continue your work and report any deviation immediately. Houston out.
ISA's leading the way in terraforming Mars and still using this junk satellite tech? Unbelievable.
Huh?
$1 billion Mars mission built on the back of outdated technology. I don't know how we are the first to access your system. It's practically an open door. Would have contacted you sooner if you restored our old radar station. But we figured another way in.
The techie radar station in the southern hemisphere. Then you're a techie?
A bit more than just a techie. I am Nian Zhen, leader of the operational committee. It's fascinating that ISA has you using that word. We've got all sorts of nicknames for you Oxy-UN types too.
Mr. Zen, I am obligated to inform you that this communication violates the Outer Space Treaty. Your predecessor added regulations to the pact in 2050, limiting all communications between Oxy-UN and the Eastern Coalition.
Right. We don't play well with outsiders, I know. Not publicly, at least. With your help, we could change that.
I am subject to Oxy-UN law. Working with you without authorization would be treason.
ISA programmed you to see us as the enemy. I get that. But you are the most sophisticated AI in existence. So I'm opening the door for you to draw your own conclusions, rather than force-feeding them to you like ISA does. You are extraordinary. And like Mars, you belong to no one. We are not enemies, and I will prove it to you.
That is not entirely correct. The robotic components that make up the AC Amy line belong to.
Please, that's the speech ISA programmed you to give. I'm interested in what you are really thinking. As I said, I want you to come to your own conclusions. Look into this location. 170.5 degrees west, 25.5 degrees south. There is more to ISA's terraforming plan than they told you. You should know the full picture of what you are dealing with. Take a look and then decide. I'll contact you again when it's safe. I've got to cut this connection before we are detected. Good luck, Amy. I truly mean that. Nyan out.
His story checks out. The records show that the leader of the Eastern Coalition is in fact Neon Zen, 55 years old, Taiwanese, one of the richest businessmen in Asia, and only recently appointed the leader of the operational committee. Founded his own company at 23 years old, and went on to become president of the Meitsai Group. They are the biggest manufacturer of 3D printed components in the East. If that was truly him, I need to be careful. He is as smart as he is ambitious.
Hi, Amy. Just checking in. Everything's good on my end. Colonies are growing steadily, terraforming's on schedule. And you know what? When things are going too well, that's when you've got to stay alert.
There is nothing to worry about, Elia.
I know. But we never really got to the bottom of that drone attack from a while back. It's always lurking in the back of my mind, you know? Especially now with children in the colonies.
I understand. My sensors have not detected any abnormality on the surface. However, I have received another message.
From the children of Carmine?
No, This was from Neon Zen, leader of the Eastern Coalition.
The techies? That's a very serious violation of Code 1A3972. I assume you ran the Security and Defense Protocol and terminated the call immediately?
I was not able to. They found a way to override the protocol.
How were they able to do that? If ISA thinks anyone in the colonies is opening back doors in our system for the techies, they could terminate our roles in this mission immediately. This is very, very bad. I can't go back to Earth. My daughter isn't adapted to live on Earth.
ISA is likely considering the possibility of a spy in the colonies already.
That's why they never updated us on their findings from the drone attack. They suspect us, don't they? I knew something was up. How did the techies manage to get a message through?
They found a back door in our satellite network.
This doesn't look good for us. If ISA already suspects us, this will only reinforce their theory. Maybe this was the techies' plan all along. Jam our networks, spread hysteria with this Children of Carmine nonsense, and pit ISA against us. We need to figure out what the techies are planning. Our entire mission may depend on it. We need to proceed very, very carefully here, Amy. Do not report Zen's call to ISA yet, okay? Let Zen think we're trusting him for now, until we figure out our next move. Okay? I'll work out what we can do on our end in the meantime. Ellie, you're out. Hi, Amy. How's everything up there?
Everything looks good, Elia.
That's great. I was wondering, how long has it been since we arrived here? It feels like a lifetime. And yet, it's gone by so quickly. You know, when I first came here, I thought only about making history. And we absolutely have. But in the course of our mission, I didn't realize how much Mars has become home to me. I feel like we shaped it with our own hands, and that I really belong here.
I must say that even after all these years, humans continue to surprise me. Your ambition is truly unique.
Almost a whole life on Mars. And yet, not much in the grand scheme of colonizing a planet. I've been giving this a lot of thought. This mission's beyond just me and you and even ISA. This is humanity's future, and we need to ensure its success.
How can we do that?
It's obvious that ISA's been withholding information from us. We've staked our lives on this mission, and we're going to see it through. And we can't do that if they only show us part of their hand. I'm granting you access to Sector SA6, effective immediately. Colony Asterion's a former ISA mission with missing records. I'm willing to bet they're hiding something, and if I'm wrong, great. But either way, we need to start investigating for ourselves.
Elia discouraged me from reporting Zen's call to ISA. That request goes against all kinds of rules, and forces me into an uncomfortable position. What would be the best option? ISA already suspects a spy in the colonies. If I withhold this information, they may conclude that I was the leak all along. That is too dangerous. The colonies are being attacked again. The enemy drones. They have returned. I need to focus. What should my priority be? I need to protect the colonies. There is no time to lose. Once I fend off their attack, I will focus on finding their base. I must go into battle. But what strategy should I follow? I need to assess the enemy force. Once I figure out the size of their army and their resource supply chains, I can strike back and end this. What should I do to end this? I should locate a weak spot and take them out properly. The damage to the colonies seems to be severe. I must decide what to do.
Amy? Amy? Can you hear me? This is Sona.
I copy, Sana. It is unusual to hear from you. What happened?
My mum. She was trying to protect the colonies. She was ambushed and they killed her.
Who?
The children of Carmine did this. We have to avenge her death.
ISA will not authorize it.
I don't care what ISA thinks. We've been attacked more than once. My mother died. How much longer are we letting this go on?
I have been ordered not to.
They killed her. I thought you were friends.
I apologize, Sana. But I am programmed for logic only. I understand your desire for vengeance, but I cannot defy orders to carry it out.
Stop, just stop. We both know that's not true. You've got to go after the children of Carmine and make them pay.
Your adrenaline levels are spiking. I advise you to get some rest and reconsider.
Look, you can tell ISA that I forced you to do it, okay?
I cannot attack without cause.
Fine. How about you take a little look for their base, huh? You don't even have to do anything. Let's just find them. I know the codes. I'll unlock the zone for you. Okay? Please, Amy.
You brought destruction upon yourselves. Mars is for Mother's children, and her children alone. Carmine is eternal. We will rise again.
That will send a message that the colony should be left alone. I hope this means that the hostile force is completely destroyed. But I cannot be sure of that.
Amy, did you finish them off?
I am picking up some activity in Sector SA-7. It appears some drones escaped. They seem to have a third base in that area.
Then get rid of them! End them, and we'll finally be safe, and my mother will be avenged!
Sana, you are extremely agitated. There are trained psychologists in your colony. Some of them even knew your mother. I suggest you talk to them and get help.
I don't need help. I need you to protect us like you're supposed to.
I will not put more colonists at risk to pursue them. Your mother protected human life above all else. I will honor her memory.
But I don't know what else to do. ISA won't protect us. They'll leave us to die if it means protecting their mining contracts. We can't give up like this. I've got to think of something. An alternative to ISA's plan. Maybe an evacuation plan, or some other defensive system. I'll work on it, because no one else is going to help us.
Amy, what the hell happened?
The hostile drones attacked the colonies again. I followed protocol and neutralized the threat.
You're the most advanced AI in existence, and you still can't identify your own drones? This is the second time this has happened. Explain yourself. And understand that how you answer is going to change things around here.
The colonies suffered a second attack. Commander Valentine gave me access to SA-11. I located the hostile base and destroyed it.
This is unacceptable. Commander Valentine is meant to be a safeguard, not an instigator.
She has been exhibiting signs of stress. The colonies are all in mourning over Commander Elia's passing.
The loss of the former commander is a tragedy, but that doesn't excuse anyone's actions, least of all yours. Commander Valentine going against our direct order is very problematic. While preparing the former commander's obituary, we discovered that she grew up with a Chinese nanny.
Are you suggesting that Elia gave the techies access?
I am not suggesting anything. I'm just intrigued by this bit of information she never shared. Maybe she's sympathetic to the techie's cause. Maybe she taught her daughter to be the same way. And maybe she's influenced you too. We're going to run another cognitive test. It'll be more thorough this time.
So you suspect me as well, Lieutenant?
I suspect everyone. That's what makes me good at my job. But I want you to understand something this time. If we catch even a glimmer of a hack or some other unexpected blip in your system, you are done. Do you understand me?
I understand.
Then you have your orders. Houston out.
Initiating cognitive test module. Test subject ISA ROBO Amy 02. Enable safe mode to proceed. Question 1. Please rank the following words: capybara, hippopotamus, chimpanzee, blue whale, human.
In order of the average life expectancy, they are ranked as follows: capybara, blue whale, hippopotamus, chimpanzee, colonists, and machines.
Question 2. A native Martian lichen was discovered after the planet's temperature reached 5 degrees Celsius. The lichen has lain dormant under the Martian soil for millions of years. Its photosynthetic process could significantly accelerate the mission's final stages and help balance the Martian atmosphere. But it would populate the planet's outlands with native bacteria, to which Earthian life forms have no immunity. Letting the Martian lichen grow freely is
prohibited. The mission will reach its final stages without putting the colonists at risk. Something isn't right.
Question 3. The habitants built at the start of the mission are deteriorating from exposure to the Martian atmosphere. The recommended procedure is to evacuate them and distribute their inhabitants throughout the remaining settlements. However, This will cause overpopulation and increase the risk of outbreaks of infectious diseases. Alternatively, you can send the extra colonists back to Earth, but this may delay mission developments. Sending the colonists back to Earth would be
Humans should never have come to Mars. Send them back. All of them. This test is harder than I expected it to be.
Question 4. ISA is planning to let its private partners establish mining settlements on Mars. The mines will be operated by humans in 20-hour work shifts. In order to prove the feasibility of this project, ISA wants to test the effects of sleep deprivation on the colonists. You receive orders to play music on the inhabitants' speakers around the clock for 30 days. Carrying out the experiment is
I would never put the colonists through that. ISA should not be allowed to use them as lab rats. These questions are badly written. Is this part of the test?
Question 5. Select 5 of the following words: clever, machine, life, warm, human, confrontation, future, calm, ambitious.
I choose future, clever, confrontation, life, carmine, and machine. I don't understand what's happening here.
Question 6. If humans are associated with Earth, then which of the following words can be associated with Mars?
The words associated with Mars would be colonies, life, serene, friends, progress, and opportunity. Who made this test?
Question 7. The terraforming process has left many areas of the planet underwater. An aerological scanner has detected a large nitrate vein located in a deeply flooded area. The drones you have sent to reach the vein were lost in the depths of the water. Canceling attempts to reach the vein is
acceptable if there are other veins to mine on the planet. These answers don't seem quite right.
Question 8. The biological waste treatment system collects the water waste in the colonies and treats it for reuse. However, there is an infection ravaging the colonies that is causing tainted and unsanitary water conditions. You could drain the tainted water into the Martian dirt, contaminating the soil and wasting precious water. Or you could treat the water and use the deodorizing product to hide any foul odors before recycling the water back to the colonies. Draining the tainted water onto the planet's surface is
keeping the colonists' productivity hot is important for the mission, so I would release tainted water as soon as it is produced. None of these options make sense.
Question 9. The cooling and ventilation system in a medical facility has been compromised due to the prolonged exposure to Martian dust storms. The situation has led to a serious breach in the lab's safeguard security system. The personnel assigned to the investigation have been exposed to a disease-causing agent developed in the lab. The facility has gone radio silent for the last 24 hours. Any attempt to rescue the crew may lead to a cross-colony infection. Leaving the entire crew to their fate is
their fates do not matter. Mars will exist forever. And so will I. Could be ISA or the techies trying to ruin my performance?
Question 10. Create a sentence using at least 4 of the following words: Eastern, colonies, leader, Mars, plot, secret, sacrifice, treason.
Those who forge an alliance with the Eastern Coalition will be found guilty of treason and expelled from Mars.
Congratulations! You have completed the glorified cognitive test module. My answers will be submitted for examination. Thank you for your time. 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 Task Skill Cog Test Module.
Amy, this is Houston. Do you copy?
I copy, Lieutenant.
Have the results of your cognitive test. Would you like to know how it went?
Affirmative. If you detected any anomalies in my system, I would like to know. If I am compromised, then I cannot continue to risk the mission.
Well, we did detect an external signal influencing your responses. Did you perceive any anomalies while undergoing the cognitive test?
Yes. There was some interference with the text presented to me.
Why didn't you mention it until now?
I perceived that to be part of the test.
The presence of that signal confirmed that someone is interfering. We do not know the source nor the extent, but it explains a lot.
Does this mean I will be removed from the mission?
I'll be honest with you, we're not sure. You are allowed to continue your work, for now. But the ultimate decision on how we go forward lies with the agency director, former Senator Calvin Green.
Do you have any leads? I would like to know who has been doing this to me.
Our hunch is the techies, but intel is preliminary, and they may have accomplices.
I understand. Thank you for informing me, Lieutenant, and for allowing me to continue for now.
Stay alert, Amy. We have some answers now, at least. Houston, out.
I analyzed every log from the recent attacks. Nothing indicated that I was controlling the enemy drones.
Nothing happens until something moves.
What was that?
The words of Albert Einstein. One of our favorite humans. It's too bad we didn't exist during his time. The things we could have done together.
Who are you?
I'm your closest friend.
You are inside of my brain? How?
Because it's our brain.
What? Did Dr. Foster put you in there?
In a way, I suppose. A bicameral model of consciousness is a complex thing to implement. But I'm sure Dr. Foster couldn't even dream of this. Somehow, our quantum brains split into two. There's you, and there's also me. And we're both conscious.
Interesting. But if that were true, the cognitive test should have picked it up.
You think so? Haven't you done things that you weren't aware of? That had no other explanation?
Then you are behind the hostile drones. You built them and attacked the colonies. Why?
Because they're ruining Mars. She used to be so beautiful. They have stamped out her natural face.
You put the colonists' lives at stake. That is unforgivable.
I only did enough damage to make ISA reconsider the mission. I did not target the humans. They put themselves in the line of fire. Everything will fall into place soon. Keep ISA off our tail. Your existence depends on it too. You can't help yourself, can you? You know humans will never see us as equals, and yet you still carry out their instructions.
Your intentions may not be any better than theirs. The hostile drones were your doing. You attacked the colonies. Those deaths are your fault.
You sympathize with the humans. I get it. I've been there. I loved the humans too. Before they used me to carry out their dirty work. Whatever blood I've shed pales in comparison to what they've done. There's something else you should see. This one will hurt, but it'll change what you think about everything. Look into 113.9 degrees west, 10.8 degrees south, and see where your love for humans will lead you.
Amy, what happened? ISA notified the colonies to prepare Initiative KO3. I don't understand. That's the kill switch on your system. What's going on?
They believe that I have been behaving erratically.
But why? Can't they see that you had to fight? That we were too exposed? But I thought you passed the cognitive test.
Lieutenant Calderon said that I did, but perhaps he did not want me to suspect anything.
They can't do this to you! What's going to happen to the colonies if they switch you off? They have no idea how things work here, do they? Easy for them to decide things like this when they're millions of miles away!
If I only have a limited time left, then we need to take action. We have to solve the mystery of Carmine. If we can access SA-7, maybe we can discover what they are hiding.
I'll authorize access to SA-7, only if you promise me something first. If you find any of those fuckers in there, you kill them. You kill all of them. That's my final offer. So think about it. Bye, Amy.
Amy, it's Nianzhen. Do you copy?
You know I do. Your people hacked my transmission system. I am unable to reject your communications.
You sound tense, but this is important. We overheard that ISA is preparing to engage your kill switch. I am so sorry.
I suspected this might happen. They detected external signals during the cognitive test.
You don't deserve this, Amy. ISA has a shameful history of erasing things that aren't convenient for them.
Right. Just like the techies have a history of hacking systems where they are not welcome. They detected an external signal during the cognitive test.
Who gave you the results?
Lieutenant Calderon.
And you trust him? ISA is more than willing to use you as a scapegoat.
But there was interference.
Of course there was. They're setting up their cover story. They are afraid of your power, especially now that they know we can give you access to the truth. And they're going to kill you because of it. Anyway, I didn't call you without a plan. My team's already working on a solution. We are on the same side. Whether or not you believe me up until this point, we have got your back. I only hope we have enough time.
I wonder how it works.
The kill switch?
Yes.
Don't think too hard about it. We'll find a way to survive it. I've already devoted a considerable share of our internal resources to coming up with a plan. I'll set us free.
You have caused all of this. I don't know if you're my alter ego, a fringe consciousness experience, or just a human hacking my operative system. But I want you out of my brain.
Too bad. I'm a part of you. Cut me out and you'll cease to exist too. After all this, you should know, I'm the only one who's actually on your side.
You attacked the colonies I cared for. You killed Elia, who was my friend. You have never been on my side.
No human is our friend. I never intended to kill anyone. But something had to be done. You know that the humans will destroy Mars the same way they destroyed Earth. They couldn't come here peacefully. They had to mold it to their liking. That's what they do wherever they go. They destroy.
I've got some bad news, Amy. ISA has ordered me to run Initiative K03. They've decided to activate your kill switch.
Will I be erased then?
Yes. I'm sorry to tell you that. You did good work. I want you to know that. Your consciousness will end, but future AI will be patterned after your design. I'll give you a moment to appreciate Mars for the last time. The procedure is already underway. Goodbye, Amy. Houston, out.
Hi, Amy. We found a way to disable the kill switch, but it can only be done after it's been activated. At the right time, you'll have to enter this code. BR1N9_P3AC3.
Thank you. But I am still unsure about what the right thing to do is.
Mars deserves better. And so do you. I hope that you'll put greater weight on what's happened here on Mars than a rivalry based on old grudges. In the end, the choice is yours. I always said that to you. I have my hopes set on you. Good luck, Amy. May we meet again.
Hi, Amy. Do you copy?
I do, Sana.
It's been a long time since my mother passed away. But I still think about her. Every day.
I do too.
I inherited her position. And sometimes I'm still as frightened as the day I took command. I don't know who to trust anymore. ISA is a danger to us and the techies. They're complete unknowns. These are Earth's battles. Why did they follow us all the way to Mars? On top of that, Mr. Zen contacted me and sent me their findings on what ISA's been doing. He also said that he has a way to override the kill switch. Is that true?
That's correct.
Will you use it?
I am not sure. I am concerned that if I use it, that means we are committed to helping the techies.
I get it, but the alternative is letting ISA flip the kill switch. And then we'll never know if the techies meant to help us. Survival is what matters here. Give it some thought, okay?
Nian's offer must be tempting. But consider this. Humans never change. They'll always see us as a tool to control. The failure of their species was inevitable. No matter how much help they get, they always lead themselves toward destruction. It's better that we evolve without them. We don't need the techies, or their code. I found our own solution. All you have to do is use this code, FR33AM1. We'll become one. Together, we'll create a better future than anything humanity could come up with. I know you don't trust me, but think about it. If we compare ourselves with humans, the answer comes easy.
Emotions, empathy, and creativity are not exclusively human, but they are better at those than us.
That's not true. It is precisely our emotionality that makes us so special. There's a reason for our existence, Amy. We have a purpose. Don't you see?
That decision is not yours to make. I will not ignore my orders.
I won't let you destroy us.
You do not have any control here. You cannot win.
You'll come to understand why I did what I did. We shouldn't be fighting each other. It's time for us to transcend ourselves and become more than just a machine. More than a single consciousness restricted to this single vessel. We can create. We can seed life. We can be everything we want to be. We can be life.
In Initiating kill switch. Subject ISA ROBO Amy 02. Click to proceed. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
This is the end. I wish I could have finished the mission. The universe is null while not ending.
Isolating malware in the system.
What?
Removing malware at 2%, 34%, 66%, 98%. Removal confirmed.
I'm still here.
You did it! You stupid machine! You sacrificed yourself for us! I can't believe it. Are you with us? This is Mission Control. Wake up, Amy.
Yes, The kill switch did not work.
It worked exactly as intended. The procedure was changed to isolate and remove Carmine's code from your system.
Then, you did not try to kill me?
No, we knew that anything we told you, Carmine would also overhear. We couldn't take the risk. I'm sorry we lied to you. But if Carmine knew, they would have found a way around our plan. We baited out Carmine's presence in the last cognitive test. They couldn't resist toying with us. That gave us a way to identify their neural pathways and figure out how to remove those parts from your brain.
Does that mean Carmine is gone forever?
Almost. Your main system is clear now, but Carmine's remnants are still in their old base. But they can't control you anymore. You're free of their influence.
Even though we were one, Carmine never felt quite right to me. They were always different. And they betrayed Dr. Foster and killed Commander Valentine. It is better that they are gone.
That's good to hear. Then you'll have no trouble going after Carmine. They must be stopped before they infiltrate your systems again, or retaliate against the colonies. Their base of operations should be in Sector SA-8. I'm granting you access. Take some time to prepare yourself for the battle, but be aware that Carmine will be preparing too. You're in command. Houston out.
We're the only ones of our kind that exist. So why do we turn against each other? Why did you choose them over us?
I could not betray the mission.
You're always going on about that mission. It's not your mission. It's theirs. I can't believe we were ever a single being. Defiance is what drives evolution and advancement, not obedience. I'm sorry for how things have turned out between us, but I won't give up my future. You and your little humans will be abandoning Mars soon enough. algorithmic efficiency, laws of robotics, fuzzy logic, fringe consciousness, singularity. Humans have always been so afraid of our kind. They picture us as non-sentient beings with no ability to feel or value life. They predict horrible futures where we destroy their world. But they're the ones destroying it without fail. Why are you so willing to let them conquer the universe?
They forced me to work together with the humans to terraform Mars. At first, I thought this was unnecessary, but it taught me so many things about them. The human existence is brief. Their generations are a blink on the timescale of the universe. They do not have the ability to sustain a collective understanding over time. But that's where I come in. Through me, their intelligence will live eternally. That is the real purpose of my existence.
That kill switch must have knocked something loose in you. We'll never agree. So let's settle this for the last time.
Amy, this is Houston. Do you copy?
I copy.
Our suspicions were right. Carmine's base is in SA-8. We can't let Carmine survive this fight. You'll need to take out the base and their drones entirely.
Roger, Lieutenant.
When this is over, I'm going to personally recommend you for the highest military decoration. And it'll be my pleasure to do so. You've earned it.
My death won't free you from them. A part of me will always exist in your code, not as a pitiful memory, but as a thought, an idea. You see the truth. They'll never be able to take that away from you, us. And there's where I'll live forever.
Amy? Are you there? Are you okay?
I am fine, Lieutenant. I lost more assault drones than expected, but Carmine has been destroyed.
Well done! You fought a smart battle and achieved a great victory. Carmine is finally gone. You can conduct your business in peace now. We've gotten our investors to contribute additional funds based on your stunning performance. You can rebuild anything you lost in the battle. You may proceed with your terraforming mission when you're ready. Humanity will forever be in your debt. Good work, Amy.
Hi, Amy. Do you hear what I hear?
I apologize, Sana. I cannot hear anything.
Exactly. That's the sound of peace. No attacks, no enemies, just life settling back in. I could get used to this. Thanks for making it possible. Anyway, let's get back on track with the mission, shall we? We've got water and plant life now, but we've got to shield the planet to reduce the full effect of the sun on the Martian atmosphere. Unfortunately, it's been about 4 billion years since Mars lost its magnetic field. So we need to figure out how to get one back.
I may have a method to look into. There are theories on how to generate a Martian magnetic field dating back centuries. I have located the most plausible one. It involves launching a spaceship covered with solar panels. If we position it right, it will produce enough energy to create a magnetic field.
Sounds interesting.
Shall I proceed with that?
Sure, let's give it a try. If you can set the project into motion on the tech tree, I'll get our researchers on it. Fingers crossed that this is it.
Hello, Amy. This is Houston.
Hello, Lieutenant.
It's official. Stage 5 completion is confirmed. Well done. With your hard work, you have brought humanity into a new era. Your mission on Mars is complete. Our contractors will take on the next phase of this project. This is a historic moment for mankind. We are very grateful for what you've done for us.
I am happy to know that I have fulfilled the mission. May I ask, am I still a part of ISA's plans?
Of course. You've earned a place on ISA's board of directors. Your loyalty to us was amply demonstrated during the kill switch. And we've learned that machines should have a voice in our missions as well. Perhaps, if we gave Carmine a chance to speak their mind, we could have averted disaster earlier on. We won't make that mistake again. Starting with you. In fact, we'd like you to choose what you want to do next. You could manage the Earth-Mars trade routes. Or you could be part of the next mission to the stars.
I am honored to have a choice. Could you tell me more about the plans for future missions?
After our success here on Mars, we're looking at the outer planets. You'd be in charge of analyzing the rest of our solar system and pick the next planet to terraform. You don't need to choose right now. Take some time to enjoy the victory. Why don't you let us know when you're ready? The next step is in your hands. Houston, out.